to the front of the net and screen. Doesn't matter if he gets a stick on it or not.
Exactly.
There's Connor Riley busting into the Westside zone. His shot is beaten. Steve Racine, an early goal for the Vees. 4:08 into this hockey game. Penticton kills off a penalty, and then a solo effort from Connor Riley. That kid can shoot. Penticton still controlling to Pork, to Ryan Riley. His shot blocked by Dustin Cave. Good shot block there. Now another one from Ryan Riley through traffic, scores. Riley brothers have one each. 2-zip Penticton. From Ryland Firster, but he needs that big save, and I think so far in this 6-game losing streak for Westside, goaltending has not been bad. It just hasn't been quite good enough. Just not getting that big save when they need it. And sometimes that's in the third period of a tied game, and sometimes that's when you're already down a goal in the first. Here's another chance for Penticton. Connor Riley scores! Second of the game. He had Bennick there too. Either of them could have taken it. Penticton 13-15 into period number 1. Connor Riley looking in front for Fogarty, scores! 4-zip Vees. For the goalies, and they might both get a couple turns in night if this continues. There's a good hit by King. Not call Beaulieu. No one seems to be able to find that loose puck. It's underneath Reed Simmons. Hascarl back into the fray, as is Connor Riley for Penticton. Past the outstretched glove of Mike King, who backs up, retrieves it, and flicks it back deep into Penticton ice. Garteg will backhand it. He turned it over. Chance for Hascarl, scores! Westside's on the board, and it's forechecking from Devin Hascarl that does it. Morrison is playing the right point as a bouncing puck. Great job to tie up Fogarty there from Morrison, and the Warriors' power play still controls. Walking out, Vanderhook scores! There's life yet for Westside! Maybe they do believe.
I do believe myself, John, because that was tic-tac-toe passing, and that's what a top forward line looks like when they communicate and they're all moving their feet there.
Backpedals a little bit, now he walks in. Backdoor pass intended for Bennick, broken up by Peter McIntosh. Good active stick from him. Fogarty trying to walk in front to Connor Riley, bouncing puck. He got a shot off, good hand-eye, but it's stopped by Leonard. Connor retrieves the puck. Hannah with a bouncing puck. Connor Riley doesn't shoot yet. Hannah once again. Connor Riley's one-timer, scores! Third of the game for Connor Riley. A power play goal makes it 5-2 Vees. Controlling at center ice, gets his way around the first guy there, Zach Lindsay. Puck in front of the net. Sean Hochhausen couldn't get a stick on it. And now Simmons covering for King. A good cover there for Westside. Breaking up a breakaway pass. Simmons gets his way around Hannah in front of the net. Nobody home for Westside. Betker at the left point. Winds and fires. That one clips off Jordan McCallum and goes behind the net. Hascarl battling for it and wins it. Morrison parked in front. Puck back to the point for Betker with a shot. Rebound is there. Morrison, does he score? It's in! Over top of Garteg. Warriors back on the board. 5-3 now, the Vees leading. And there's the good battle from the Westside Warriors, earning their way to the front of the net, earning the right to get their sticks on those rebounds. And Garteg this time wasn't bailed out by his D-men.
The power play for the Penticton Vees, as we know, they can be so effective. But also on the penalty kill, John, they put that box up where you can't get any shots through, which is making, life very difficult for the Westside Warriors.
Connor Riley is controlling the puck here, gives it to Bennick. Back to Connor Riley, scores! Give and go, Connor Riley to Bennick to Connor Riley. That is very pretty puck movement from the Vees. It down. Nicholson battling in front with McIntosh. Connor Riley at the top of the right circle. Backdoor pass was a good one for Fogarty, but he couldn't connect. Joey Bennick on the left half wall to Fogarty. Fogarty, a shot just over top of the net. Connor Riley's 5th of the game as he bangs in the carom off the end boards. Richard Vanderhook has to get around the ref. To Kraus, to Vanderhook. Sneaking towards the net is Morrison. Vanderhook uses Kraus once again. Dempsey at the blue line here to King. Now the right-hand side, Drew Morrison's shot. They score! Second power play goal of the game for the Warriors. Back within 3 with 8:25 remaining.
Great set, tic-tac-toe, and Drew Morrison being in the right place at the right time puts that in there. And we've got to also talk about the energy there, because when that 7th goal was scored by Connor Riley there approximately 2 minutes ago, it kind of took the steam out of the Westside Warriors. We've seen some fans start to get up and leave here, but you know, with a 3-goal game here, hopefully the Warriors can come back here and put a push on in the last 8 minutes of the third period.
Drew, we knew coming into this game that the start would be key, and the Warriors haven't had a lot of great starts lately, and that continued tonight. What do you think happened in that first 10 or 15 minutes?
I think we were on them pretty quick the first few shifts, and we got away from our own game, and they took it to us for a few minutes there.
You know that any BCHL team is going to make you pay if you take a couple of shifts off, but especially the Vees that are so talented offensively. The goaltending change early in the game, did that seem to rattle you guys at all?
I wasn't actually aware that the goalies had changed. I didn't even notice, but Lenny came in and he played pretty well for us. So.
Personally, you had a couple of goals tonight and one of the 3 stars. Does it help? Is it any solace to you, at least getting your offense going a little bit? Because I know you've been struggling somewhat this year. Does it help to have at least a point night for yourself?
Oh, well, it's always nice to get points, but it doesn't matter if we're not going to win the game, right?
What do the Warriors need to do to bust out of this losing skid?
We just need to work even harder.
Thanks for this, Drew.
Thank you.
Rylan, your team was down 4-0 about 15 minutes into this hockey game. We knew the start was going to be important. What do you think happened?
Well, we didn't get a save. We need to get a save early on like that, and goalies are part of your team, and I just don't think we can hide those things. I mean, we liked the effort of our guys last night, and we liked, and we certainly liked them tonight here, and we need a save and didn't get it.
Are you telling me the shot clock here is maybe a good barometer of the way you guys played?
Well, I wouldn't say it's exactly, because obviously we use chances more so, and then grade A scoring chances. But I think I think it has something to do with it. Of course, I mean, we had 39 shots and only gave up, I think, 21. Was it? I mean, that's 14 saves.
You guys have been going through the wars lately. I mean, the 6-game losing streak coming in, all the injuries and the man hours in the infirmary have been adding up, and athletic therapist Mike Bois has been working overtime. And then tonight, it seemed like every time you started a comeback, the Vees would get one and maybe a soft one. How is the emotional state of this hockey team?
Well, I wouldn't say we're fragile, but I mean, we've got enough veteran, guys in there. But I just don't want to make excuses, John, right now. And so the emotional state, I mean, we have to play. I mean, we've got a pretty veteran group in there. I mean, we need to play, and we do most nights. So, I mean, through this losing streak, I think we've only been outshot once. So, I think it's clear where we need some help.
So are you telling me you're going to be working the trade wires in the next week here?
Well, I think as a GM, you're always trying to make your team better, from top to bottom. Every day we try to do that in practice, but also, if it's going to be a move that's going to make our team better, we're going to do that.
What is it going to take, do you think, for the Warriors to get a win?
Well, again, you'd like to think a couple hockey bounces here or there, and tonight was kind of that night. I think, we were going to get them, and, I think all the stars almost have to, kind of line up for us. Again, tonight was one of those nights we're sort of rolling along. We scored 4, and that's the first time we've scored 4 in I don't know how long. And, again, I'll just go back to, we don't get a save.
Rylan, I always appreciate this.
My pleasure, John.
For Warriors TV, I'm Jon Zacks.